Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is May and today I am going to be talking about my YouTuber expectations versus reality. Now, this is a collab post, which means I am doing it with a friend and fellow YouTuber. Her name is EBA, so I am going to link her video in the description box below. It's the same thing. She's going to be talking to you about her experience as a YouTuber, what she expected and her reality. She is a lifestyle content creator, so you can go check out her stuff and subscribe. And yeah, moving on to the video, I think this video is very important for anyone who is about to start YouTube, or you have started YouTube and there are some things that you have realized, so we can relate on it. The first thing that I think really struck out to me as a YouTuber from what I expected versus reality is that as a beginner, I thought that I would be able to do it by myself. I thought that I wouldn't have to tell anyone that I had a YouTube video, which was I was so wrong. Because think about it, no one really knows you, no one knows you as a YouTuber. So like thinking that okay, you're just gonna post a video and you're just gonna go on from there. In the beginning, it's not gonna work. Maybe it has worked for a few people, but for most people it's not gonna work. So I remember my beginning days when I posted YouTube videos, and it was like getting literally 0 views apart from me and maybe like a few family members that were watching it. But I had to take that step, literally had to take that step and send like my links and my videos to like people to subscribe and like and all of that. And I'm not going to lie, it was a bit nerve-wracking because starting YouTube alone is not easy. You have to get past a lot of things like anxiety, and the fact that you actually start a YouTube channel is not something that everyone does, so it can be a bit nerve-wracking. But I really thought that I'll be able to just post videos and to be alright, but like I realized that I will have to tell people that I have a YouTube channel, so I can start from somewhere, not just zero. So another thing that really shocked me becoming a YouTuber was the fact that I thought that it would be easier to make content. That's from like thinking of ideas. Yes, just thinking of what you're going to make. It's a whole lot of work: editing, recording, consistency, your energy. Like I literally thought that these things will not be a problem, and I never even considered it to begin with. But like when I started making YouTube videos, bro, I realized that it took so much time thinking of ideas alone. Like okay, thinking, what do I want to do? Does this make sense? Does this like work in my whole niche and stuff like that? And recording, bro, like whenever I want to record a YouTube video, I literally cancel every other thing I want to do for that day because it takes that much, from setting up like tripods to actually recording the video. A lot of times you have to like retakes over and over again because maybe you made mistakes or something. So it's a lot of work and it can feel very exhausting, literally very exhausting. And no one really tells you that starting a YouTube video, but these are things that I experienced, and I realized that was something I did not expect. Making thumbnails is harder than it. Like I have spent more than 1 hour making thumbnails, so people have even spent more time making thumbnails. So yeah, in doing the actual work of YouTubing, which I have mentioned, it really is harder than it seems. So like that one really came as a shock to me. And funny enough, there are times when I've literally recorded videos, and because of how much work it takes for me to like edit them and make thumbnails and balancing school and all of that, sometimes I even leave the videos in my phone for like a long time before I finally have time to do all that. So yeah, it's a lot. So if you're an upcoming YouTuber, just expect it. So this next one was a real shock for me as a YouTuber, and it's the fact that I thought that I would have reached 1,000 subs quicker. Like thinking about it, 1,000 subs is not, it doesn't sound like a big deal. Some of us have more than 1,000 followers on Instagram, so you just feel like you should be able to reach 1,000 subs quicker. But newsflash, I haven't even reached 500 subs, and I have been doing YouTube since like 2019. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been like the most consistent person out there, but I really did think that reaching 1,000 subs was going to be so much more quicker. Because I'm not gonna lie, starting YouTube, in as much as you want to create content because you love creating content. So part of you is also thinking about the monetization part, and you know, as a YouTuber, you know, you need to reach like 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. So you know, I was really counting on that for some reason, but it really came as a shock to me that it's not that easy to actually get people to subscribe to you. And it's crazy because you see people with millions of followers, you see people, I have literally seen people on YouTube that started YouTube after me, and they literally had like 6 months on YouTube and they got like 100,000 subscribers. And I'm just like, what am I, a sitting dog? It's really funny sometimes, but you know, it's just different for everyone. And that was something that really came as a shock to me. And the whole thing about like seeing other people's like success on YouTube, you know, it's also something that can affect you as a YouTuber, because it can be really frustrating. I'm not even going to lie, because sometimes you're just like, why am I even doing this? You know, you're not really growing at the speed you want to grow, or you're not really reaching the audience you want to reach. And especially when you see other people that are doing, you know, maybe they're not putting that much effort, or maybe they are, and you know, they are just getting it and you aren't. It can be really frustrating, and you know, a lot of thoughts can come to your head. So yeah, YouTubing can also be very mentally exhausting. It can lead to a lot of emotions that you do not think that you will feel, but you would. This next one is not that much of it wasn't that much of a shocker to me, but basically I thought that I just needed to post videos and YouTube would pay me, because I mean, coming from someone who hasn't like made YouTube videos before or didn't know much about YouTube like most of the people out there, because the people that have actually met me and be like, oh, so you're making money from YouTube now, and I'm like, yeah, what? Back then I really used to think that, you know, once you posted YouTube videos, like YouTube pays you for making YouTube videos. I didn't really think about the fact that what are they paying you for? You know, do you have like views, subscribers? What are you giving to them for them to pay you? So yeah, that was something that really shocked me. And I think a lot of people really do think that you just have to post YouTube videos and you make money. It doesn't work that way. It's much more harder than that. We live in a very capitalist world. It's going to be harder for you to gain something without giving a lot, and then they give you a little back. And I also got surprised by the pay of YouTube. I used to think that YouTube paid like way more, because I mean, I know of YouTubers that have built mansions and the rest, but the reality is a lot of that comes from like brand payment and branding and all of that, because YouTube is literally pays in like AdSense. It's called AdSense. So compared to what you get from like brand sponsorships and the rest. The fifth thing that came as a huge shocker and surprise to me as a YouTuber starting was that I thought that I would be a natural with YouTube. What I mean was that I thought that I would just have to, you know, put the camera and I'll be able to just flow and get it working, but that was so wrong. I still have my old YouTube, my very first YouTube videos on my page. They haven't been deleted or put on private, so you can go check it out. Bro, my confidence was on the low. I think my first ever YouTube video, I didn't even show my face. It was that random. It was that random. And yeah, it's something that I really had to work on as a YouTuber, like building my confidence to speak in front of the camera and articulating my words, because a lot of times you can just end up saying rubbish. It still happens to me. I'm still working on it, but like, it surprises you how you just, you know, when you think you have something to say, you go in front of the camera and it's like there's nothing. Either you're just mute, or you're like or you're just not getting it right. Or even when you like go out in public and you're trying to record and stuff, it can be really nerve-wracking, because people are going to stare. Some people might even react to you just recording in public. So it was something that, you know, I had to like work on. It's just not that easy. Even if you're just recording and doing simple stuff, it can be quite hard. Okay, so this is the final expectation versus reality points that I have as a YouTuber, and it's the fact that I thought it would be easier to find a niche. I don't know how people pronounce it, but yeah, niche, the word, you get what I mean. I'm pretty sure you've heard about the niche word, and it seems like I'm not really sure if that's true, but like, you know, having a thing you do on like social media, or in this case YouTube. Like, some people are gym people. Some people like fashion, some is health, some is makeup. So like I really thought that would be easier for me to just find my thing on YouTube, but then I realized that it's not as easy as it is. Even up to now, I won't really say I have a niche yet, because what I do is kind of like literally my entire life. That is basically called May's World, you know, from everything I like: art, makeup, fashion, style, vlogs. So yeah, finding a niche might be harder than you think it is, and that was something that really struck out for me, because it really felt like without a niche you'll not be able to, like, you know, have your thing on YouTube, not be able to hold subscribers, and somehow it may be true, but I don't want to delve into that. But yeah, that was like the last point I had on the things that really came as a surprise to me, from my expectations to reality as a YouTuber. And yeah, I tried to make this video as short as possible. I really hope it wasn't too long, but that is it for this video. I hope you know, it has somehow helps you if you are trying to start a YouTube channel, or if you're already a YouTuber and you know you have noticed some of these things. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.